Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we take you to London, 1947, a city that never sleeps, yet never truly wakes. A city of fog, coal smoke, and lives swallowed by shadow. The cobblestones gleam with rain, drains spew refuse, the stench of dead rats mingles with stale bread. Children huddle under doorways, hands outstretched, eyes hollow. The frozen dead are dragged away like rubbish bags. And in the glowing houses of Mayfair, glasses still shimmer, laughter still echoes, like a funeral hymn for those still breathing at the bottom. He is 26, but his eyes are old, as if they had lived twice. His shoulders crisscrossed with war scars, his left side marred by a crude black stitch like a snake. His skin is ashen from the cold, his hands cracked and bleeding whenever he clenches them. The room he rents is a damp hole near King's Cross, ceiling peeling, rain dripping into puddles. A rotting mat, a mildewed blanket, rats brushing past his feet. The stench of damp rises with every breath. Each morning he hauls crates at the Thames docks. His back burns raw, his shirt torn to shreds. Foremen shout like lashes, mocking laughter trails behind him. His pay is enough for stale bread softened in water, a cheap bottle of gin, a handful of rotten cigarettes. Once he thought of hanging himself. The rope snapped. He laughed, an empty laugh, dry as rotten wood. Perhaps even death refused to have him. That night, the rain cut like knives against the skin. He dragged his steps through a street of mud. An old woman held out a begging bowl. Drunken boys kicked it aside, laughing like hyenas. He clenched his fists until blood rose from the cracks, yet did nothing. On the pavement, a drunk lay face down in a puddle. No one cared to check if he breathed. A carriage rolled past, spraying water across the body. London devoured everything, the living and the dead alike. And then he saw her. The churchyard glowed faintly under yellow lamps. She stepped out, long coat, white scarf, arms carrying a basket of bread. The light caught her face, and for a moment the whole world vanished. He stood hidden in the shadows, rain streaming down his cheeks. His heart pounded wild. 18 years ago, she had come to the slum where he lived. She knelt, placed a bowl of soup in his hands, and smiled. A smile he had kept burning in his childhood, like a small flame against stone. And now, she passed by. She did not look at him, did not remember, did not stop. He froze. In that instant, he felt utterly invisible. The rain was falling, the bells were tolling. But to her, he did not exist. He wanted to call for Mame, to run after, to hold on, but he knew he would not. He knew a cruel truth. A wretch like him was only allowed to watch from afar, to watch her walk out of the churchyard, her steps upright, clean, noble, while he was soaked in mud, in rain, in the stench of poverty. And in that moment, he felt as though London itself could swallow him whole without leaving a trace. He stood there for a long time, Only when the rain made him shiver did he return to his room. He drank gin until he vomited blood, curling up on the wet bed. Yet in his mind, her face kept appearing. The clearer it became, the more it hurt. And he remembered the aristocrat he hated most, a fat, red-faced man, belly jiggling with laughter. He had once boasted at a Dorchester party, "The poor soldiers dying is necessary. At least they won't dirty the city." The whole room erupted in laughter, glasses sparkling. He liked throwing coins on the floor for the servants to scramble after. He dragged a maid into the wine cellar, opening the door to find her pale, disheveled. He just laughed, smoking, as if it were a game. Once he saw the man step out of a club, shoes stained with blood. That night, a driver had been beaten to death, just for asking to be paid fairly. He was the embodiment of decay, fattened by the blood of others, laughing over the corpses of the poor. They said his wife was beautiful, enough to silence the room when she entered. But no one ever saw her truly smile. The servants whispered of his shouting, breaking furniture, and muffled cries behind closed doors. Sometimes she appeared with bruises. Other times, hidden beneath silk. She was like a prisoner in a crystal cage, radiant on the outside, dark within. Smiling on cue, lifting glasses in rhythm, but her eyes empty. Hearing this, his chest ached. The girl who had once bent down to give him soup, now trapped in the world he despised. He wanted to shatter that cage, pull her out, let her scream, cry, breathe. But tonight, like every night, he could only watch from afar. She was the most beautiful wound of his life. A wound that always bled, cutting deeper with each passing day. He knew he would never have her, but he swore one day he would make that man's world pay, even if it meant burning all of London. He jumped, opened the door. A soaked boy stood there, handing him an envelope. Inside, an invitation to a Dorchester ball, and a note smeared with ink. If you wish to see her once more, come, alone. He stood frozen. The envelope slipped to the wet floor. Outside, the rain still fell. London seemed to mock him. You have been listening to 1940s Radio Stories, Episode 1, The Thieves of London. Join us next Thursday at 9 p.m. for the next chapter, In the Fog.
It's raining again, and my heart still calls your name.
I saw you once behind the garden gate.
Ooh, I was just a boy, my hands were shaking. You smiled at the world, but not at me.
And still I dream, ooh, I dreamed you'd see.
Through every storm, through every night, I kept your name in my chest so tight.
But tonight, under pouring rain,
My love, I can't hide the pain. Oh, my love, you are my rain, you are my fire, you are the reason I still breathe tonight. I love you till my hands are torn apart.
I love you till the last beat of my heart.
Smile again.
Ooh, darling, smile so true.
Live the life that they once stole from you. And if tomorrow you wake and I'm gone, remember
Someone died
so you could live on. I fought the dark, I fought the cruel and wild.
Ooh, with every punch, I was that broken child.
I screamed for love, I screamed for air.
But all I wanted was you to care.
If I should fall, look at the night above.
Ooh, there's a star fading with my love.
And if you laugh for me once more.
So I can sleep just like before.
Oh, my love, you are my rain, you are my fire, you are the reason I still breathe tonight. I love you till my blood runs with a tide.
I love you till these eyes no longer shine.
Smile again.
Ooh, darling, smile for me.
Break the cage and set your spirit free. And if tomorrow you wake and I'm gone,